Alright, good morning. Welcome to another video. Today we'll be doing a oil change on Seat Leon 1.4 TFSI using a Drive Tech oil, man filter and engine flush. Start off, I'm going to be adding some engine flush into the engine. You can see it cleans, removes, neutralises, prevents contamination, perfect for pre-start. So bring engine to operating temperature, switch off engine, add contents to used oil, start 9 of 20 minutes. So I'm just going to pop to the shops in a minute, warm up the car, and I'll come back and I'll add this. Right, as you can see, got the engine to 89 degrees after a quick little drive. Now we're going to set up and add the additive. Alright, got it under the cap. It's nicely safe out of the way. I've got a funny little hole to get this in. It's just a normal ring pull, so we'll just crack that open. So it's open like that, and we'll pour it in. I swap hands so I don't spill it everywhere. Now with that in it, put the cap back on. Start her up and let her idle for 20 minutes. Never leave your car unattended while it's on idle. It leaves it liable for thieves, opportunist thieves, and your insurance is null and void. So we'll leave it on idle for a bit. Get it circulated. Whilst we wait for the car to idle with the engine flush inside it, the items that you will need to change the oil is a tub for the old oil to drain into. There's one I used earlier. A funnel to decant it into a container. Safely store it. I'm using an old screen wash bottle, and then dispose of it safely at your local recyclers. Basic toolkit. We'll be needing ratchet, and then Torx for the under tray bolts, and a socket for the oil plug. And of course a jack to jack up the car, and a blanket or something to lay on when you're underneath the car. Alright, it's now been 20 minutes, so I've turned off and taken out the key, so now I can try and steer it when I'm underneath the car. Warning, caution, hot. Oil's going to be red hot, so take this time to sit up underneath, give it a few minutes, then drain down the oil, otherwise you'll be burnt. So we're underneath the vehicle now, as you may see, and we'll be getting rid of these, a couple in the front, a couple in the sides, and they are Torx, focus, Torx 25s. And in the back there are 3, and they're Torx 45s. So we'll do the ones at the front first and the side, and then we'll do that back. Right, with the guard off, exposes the oil filter and drain plug. Drain plug's going to probably be 17 or 19 mil. And hopefully that's on hand tight. Otherwise that might be a little bit difficult to get off, but I'll soon find out. Right, it is a 19mm socket. Whack it on there, have your bowl ready to catch. Crank it. Remember, it's still going to be bloody hot. Just be careful, if not, wait a bit longer for it to cool down. With the oil draining in there, that gets it over you. Crack open the lid and the dipstick. Get some air in there and it should drain it down quicker. I have tested the filter and that is on hand tight. So once that's stopped pouring of oil, we'll put the I'm meant to put a new one on. I have a feeling this has been replaced, not been replaced as in put back on by the dealership, because then the head of the bolt was rather rusty, hence why it's not coming off the socket. And I don't have the pennies, even though it is only a couple of quid to replace it. Give a good visual inspection. If it is knackered, put it back on. Don't put it back on, get a new one that's completely fine. Right, I've just cracked the oil filter. Let gush out what's remaining on it. As you can see, Volkswagen Audi Group genuine filter. I'll be swapping that out with a man filter. Need 2 hands for this job, so I'll be putting it down because I don't want to be dropping it in the hot oil. Right, use a bit of tissue to wipe around the area where the old oil was, especially around the drip by the drain down plug and where the new filters go in. Let's get rid of there. So you can see it's nice and clean, ready for the new filter to go on. With the new filter, nice brand new man one, compared to the size next door, same size. Probably made by the same company. So just get a bit of oil, put it around the seal for a nice tight, even, uncrumpled fit and attach. So I've put some oil on the seal and then we'll tighten that up. So when you put this on, make sure not to cross thread it. So nice and gently. Once it's there, just hand tight. There we go, good and solid. The drain plug is on nice and tight. We'll then lower the car to, put the tray back on. And then lower the car. Some people say keep the tray off, lower the car, put the oil in, then run it. Make sure there's no leaks, put the tray back on. But I know that I've done a good job, so I'm putting the tray back on. Under tray is now back on.